Today's information briefing is about the the money recovered, the money that is missing from a Pogo raid last October 2024. October 2024. After careful investigation, the six, the 8 members involved in the cover-up and the crime and the pilferage of the evidence have been identified. The chain of custody has been studied and perfected, and we have now determined who the real culprits are. Just to give another short factoid on the matter, of the total 141 million pesos seized by the operatives on the Pogo raid, it was held in custody by several police officers, and when the court ruled that the search was illegal, the monies were returned to the owners. Upon opening of the evidence, out of 141 million, only 128 million was left. What was left in the other box was budol money, fake money. So upon careful investigation, we have identified the culprits, and to further present to you would be General Morico of the CIDG. General?
Good afternoon, sir.
Lapit mo sarili mo.
Next slide, please. On October 29, 2024.
Lapit ka. Lapit ka sa mic. Lapit ka sa mic.
Yes, sir. On October 29, 2024, a search warrant was issued by Presiding Judge Dumlao to Central 1 Compound in Bagak, Bataan. The object of the warrant is the implementation of the Republic Act 9208, Anti-Trafficking in Person. Next slide. As a result of the operation conducted jointly then by the PAOK-CC and CIDG Anti-Organized Crime Unit, a total of 141,133,483 was seized as evidence. Next slide. The seizing officers were identified as a certain Police Lieutenant Colonel Joey Arandia and Patrolman Christian Nards Andaya. Next slide. And to ensure that the evidence taken will be properly recorded and accounted, an order was issued designating Colonel Arandia as the evidence custodian. There is an order dated June 5, 2025. Next slide. So when I assumed command, there was a reshuffle of officers at the CIDG, and one among which that was affected was Police Lieutenant Colonel Arandia. He was replaced by Police Lieutenant Colonel Dominic Poblete as the head of the Anti-Organized Crime Unit. This is on September 5, 2025. Next slide. On September 25, because I ordered our new chiefs to conduct inventory of evidences, Police Lieutenant Colonel Poblete discovered that the cash money amounting to 141 million plus is missing from the evidence room of the Anti-Organized Crime Unit. There was no proper turnover conducted by Police Lieutenant Colonel Arandia based on the investigation. Accordingly, he took the boxes of evidences to his house. Next slide. So we asked, there was an investigation conducted. Police Lieutenant Colonel Arandia was still then on floating status at CIDG, so I ordered him an investigation and to properly turn over this money. On October 21, 2025, a total of 9 boxes was turned over at the headquarters of CIDG. Accordingly to Lieutenant Colonel Arandia, it contained 141,133,483. But unfortunately, during the time, we were unable to open the boxes as there is a case pending before the court. The boxes are sealed. So, we deem it proper that to have the seizing officers and Police Lieutenant Colonel Arandia guard the evidences at the conference room 24/7. Next slide. So it was being guarded 24/7 on October 21, 2025. Next. But on November 19, 2025, there was already a court order. The legal counsel of One Bataan came to our office and presented a court order releasing the compound of One Bataan and the seized money amounting to 141,133,483. There was an omnibus court order presented coming from the court. Next slide. So in compliance with the court order on November 20, 2025, the sealed 9 boxes were unsealed in front of the legal counsel of One Bataan, Attorney Cherry Ann de la Cruz. And it was during this time that it was discovered that, next slide, a total of 13,451,000 is missing from the supposed 141 million pesos. In its place, inside the boxes, it contains budol money. Next slide. So based on our investigation, immediately thereafter, 6 officers were identified to be involved in the pilferage of this and theft of this money. Evidence, considered as evidence. Among those who took the money is the designated evidence custodian. So they were all, on the very same day of November 2025, they were placed on restrictive custody as the investigation is ongoing. Next slide. Based on the result of the investigation, this is the amount that they have divided from among themselves based on the affidavit of Patrolman Andaya. Next slide. As a result, on November 28, 2025, we referred the case for violation of Article 310, qualified theft, violation of Article 217, malversation of public funds, violation of Article 228, opening of closed documents, violation of Article 171, falsification of public documents, and violation of Article 168 in relation to Article 166, illegal possession or use of false treasury notes or banknotes against the 6 CIDG personnel. Next slide. At the same time, investigation is ongoing to include the evidence custodian, Police Lieutenant Colonel Arandia, among the target of the administrative case that will be filed is grave misconduct, serious dishonesty, conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the public service, negligence or violation of PNP evidence handling protocol. Next. That ends my presentation, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon to each and everyone. We can now entertain and or answer questions that you may wish to raise.
Let's
At
proceed
nandito
to...
ang ating Director si IDG. Medyo lapit. And as well as our Vice Chair of the NAPOLCOM and Executive Officer, Attorney Ralph Calinisan. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's proceed to the question and
Pwede
answer.
siguro si,
Let's have a...
Si Sian?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Let's have a question from Ms. Leia
Hi,
Ilagan,
Sian.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hindi, akala ko unang magtatanong si Sian.
Yes, sir. Sige po, sir. May...
Hindi, siya na. Siya na unang magtatanong.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Opo. Sir, first question po regarding po dito sa, tama po ba, 6 or 8? 6 under restrictive custody.
6 are under restrictive custody na naka-assign pa rin sa CIDG who are part of this isang crime na naganap.
Okay. Sir, just to be clear, ang ginawa po nila, pinalitan nila ng boodle money yung original na pera. Tama po ba?
What's so important is they are seizing officer, and then these items were offered as evidence in court, and then pagka sinis mo siya, nilagay mo sa court, and then therefore in-account na doon. And then there is an inventory. Yung inventory shows that this 141 ay supposed to be pera yon. Okay? And then dapat yon naka-properly sealed.
Yes.
And then, dapat ito ay nandyan sa isang evidence room. And the one taking care of it is the evidence custodian. Yung seizing, iba yun eh. Di ba? And so, it is presumed or talagang yan documented na pera. And when this was finally inadmissible as ordered by the court, no, na pinapaturn over na dun sa may-ari, it was found out na kulang. And at the same time, it appears na 141 but 13 million is boodle money, meaning fake. No? Yun yung ginagamit na pang bypass. So, unaccounted yung 13 million plus.
Okay. Sir, upon learning about this incident, after itong 6 na to, hindi po ba sila sa proseso ng batas no, aarestuhin agad? Dahil obviously criminal agad yung ginawa nila or napatunayan na po ba?
Okay, this is a continuing investigation. Actually, the case had been referred against them. A case had been referred against them for cases of, as mentioned by the director, and they are now under restrictive custody.
Okay. Sir, the money, are they planning to return it to the owner or the company?
Sino ang
Itong mga suspects, sir, meron po bang gano'n na inalok yung company, isoli na lang daw yung pera? May ganun po ba?
Well, whether it will be returned or not, still a case can stand. At the procedure ay na-violate, then therefore they have to suffer for that.
Okay. So ngayon, sir, kamusta naman po yung 6? Are they admitting this case or dinay-deny po nila?
Okay, whether they will deny it or not, the record will show that they have something to do with that. And good that there is a admission on their part, properly documented.
Okay.
Meaning, by affidavit.
Okay. Apart from the physical evidence, sir, are there additional CCTVs to support the allegation, accusation, sir?
Well, alam mo dun sa to consider it as evidence, maraming mga ebidensya yon na documentary evidence. Like for example, when you conducted operation, there are reports, signed reports, and then affidavits, and other documentary pieces of evidence. And pinaka-importante doon, or pinaka-glaring doon is the testimonial, admission, and at the same time, the records na ni-refer sa court.
Sir, last question from me. Is this the first time that this happened or nangyari na po ba ito na pinapalitan ng budel money yung totoong pera?
Well, dito sa aking serbisyo, I've been in the 34 years. Ngayon pa lang ako nakakita ng ganito. Lalong-lalo na hinahanap na sa korte. No? Okay? Very clear naman yon. Pagka present mo sa korte, ito na yon, nakasealed na yon. Actually, when there was a turnover, ang ating General Morico replaced, sino yun? Sino ni-replace mo?
Arandia, sir.
No, as director.
Si Abrahano, sir. General Abrahano.
General Abrahano, that was August 28. And then a week after, of course, merong reshuffle and or placement ng other officers dyan, kung sino yung kampante siya, upon their deliberation, na-appoint and or naupo ang Lieutenant Colonel Poblete. That was September 5. On September 5, siyempre, pag mag-turnover kayo, the new Chief of Office will account personnel, will account resources, logistics, personnel, and finances, di ba? Para ma-ensure na yung trabaho mo, magagawa mo, dapat alam mo. And this is an operating unit. Ano pa dapat ang i-account? They should be accounting also those cases that had been filed and those cases that are currently being investigated. Kasi yun ang trabaho nila eh. O, so nag-turnover sila. So the new Chief of Office was surprised. Bakit? On his accounting, bakit wala ang ebidensya? And I'm referring to the cash or money that was seized in an operation way back several months ago. That is particularly October 29. O, so hinanap niya. It boils down to the former chief ng office, referring to Lieutenant Colonel Arandia. And so, it resulted to turning over or kasi dinala daw sa bahay at dinala na ngayon sa opisina. And in fact, nakita ko yon during, it is properly sealed of several boxes, may seal, tapos may mga pirma doon. And ang mga signatory pa doon is yung court, the judge. Judge. So, hindi dapat mabubuksan yon, di ba? So, nakita ko pa yon. When I happened to visit or I was there in CIDG, during the arrest of 8 of the accused in the flood control project, no? Nung date ba yon?
Last week, sir.
Last week yun eh. Last week. It was a Sunday. Nakita ko pa doon. So, yun yun. Yun yung pina-turnover ng November 19. November 19 or November 20. Nakulang na.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, sa simula pa lang, what's so important here is, of course, yung ating mga kaso like this and pieces of evidence, ina-account natin yan. And that's what they did, the CIDG.
Thank you very much, sir. Another question, sir, from Miss Leia Ilagan of UNTV.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir,